Not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Small Talk is a show where we express ourselves with small randomness. We fill every show with something different. There is no topic too big or too small for us to cover. Our show doesn't have a real path that we follow, and that's what makes it fun to watch. So let's.
Securities offered through Avantex Advisory Services, member FINRA and SIPC. Insurance services offered through Avantex Advisory Services. Insurance services offered through an Avantex affiliated agency.
This program is furnished by Ready, Set, Go Beyond.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Are you ready to go beyond? Welcome to my show, Go Beyond. I'm your host, Jordana Foster. Each week, I will be showing you how to go beyond your limiting beliefs to take you and your business to the next level. If you're ready to redefine, recommit, reset, and re-engage yourself, this is the time, this is the place. Go beyond. Well, good evening. It is Tuesday night, and you know what that means. It's the Go Beyond show night, and I am your host, Jordana Foster. Thank you so much for joining me. You know, as you know, at the beginning of the year, I had decided to highlight one key word for each show. Do you know what tonight's word of the day is? The word for the day. Do you have any guesses? Well, the word for the day is evaluate. And I'm going to go into more detail and unpack that, but I'll give you a little tip. The reason for the word evaluate is because of the time of year that we're in right now. We're almost 6 months into this year, and it is time to evaluate so many different things. We're going to talk about that tonight. So as a mindset coach, business strategist, leadership communication trainer, and motivational speaker, I am extremely passionate about helping individuals, business owners, business professionals, and organizations to really get out of their own way. Doesn't that sound good, just to get out of your own way? To really get unstuck. And really, in order to get unstuck, you need to discover what it is that's holding you back from achieving the goals that you have for your life and business. And I assure you that there's more than one thing, and you really need to get clarity on that. You know, from virtual mindset shift workshops and communication and leadership trainings and corporate training programs designed for professionals and their teams that are looking to enhance their communication skills and up-level their performance to get optimal results, personal development, and build effective communications and connections. How is that? How would that be if your connections and your relationships improved in your life, in your career, in your business? Wouldn't that make a difference? I assure you that it would. Having a thinking partner, now more than ever, an accountability partner, a business coach to help guide you through these still uncharted waters that we're all still trying to navigate and figure out, right? To help you think not only creatively, but even more strategically. It is not a luxury anymore to have a business coach, a mindset coach to really help you along to gain that clarity and that perspective that we all need so much. It is a necessity, and it is a game changer to move you and your business and your career forward. So I'm going to ask you, are you ready? Are you really ready to go beyond your own limitations and expectations for what can be possible, what is possible? If you are, contact me for a complimentary discovery session at readysetgobeyond@gmail.com. Or if you have a business for you and your team, a complimentary 45-minute lunch and learn. Contact me at readysetgobeyond@gmail.com. Like and message me on Facebook at readysetgobeyond, or contact me on my website at johnmaxwellgroup.com/Jordana Foster. You know, it's interesting. So many people want to advance in their careers and they want to grow their businesses, but they really don't realize that in order to do that, you need to grow yourself first. You need to invest in you first. It's time for you to step up, show up, and never give up. It is time for you to go beyond. So tonight we're going to be talking about that being the 6 month, we're almost 6 months into this year. Can you believe that? Halfway through this year. And if you think about your goals that you set for yourself at the beginning of the year, and I hope that you do, I would like you to think about, where are you with regards to those goals? Where are you at? Have you looked at them in a while? Okay. You know, being at the 6 month mark, it's really important for this time to evaluate not only where you are, but where you want to be, where you want to be at the end of this year. You know, it's so interesting that businesses constantly do evaluations for their employees' performance, right? If you're a business owner, you're doing that. You have people in place that do that. And you're always looking at their performance, at their benchmarks, where they are. But I'm suggesting that you take a self-evaluation. I want you to look internally. I want you to, be more introspective. It's really time to evaluate and look at yourself. It starts with us, doesn't it? So many of us are juggling still so many things. We have so much on our plates. We are working so hard, so many hours. And the days, I'm sure, I would love to hear from you. Make a comment here in the section. The days are flying by, the weeks, the months. We're halfway through almost, right? And it's the end of June. Come July, we will officially be 6 months in. So that with all the days and the weeks and the months flying by, we're not really taking the time that's necessary to stop and evaluate ourselves, evaluate our thinking, evaluate our actions, the results that we're getting. Okay, evaluate what's working. Have you taken the time to look at what's worked for you in this past 6 months, since January? What's been working? What has gone right? Okay, not what's not gone right. That is important to look at that as well, because we have to look at the whole picture. Okay, as you know, it's still been a very challenging year. It's been an incredibly challenging year and a half that we've all gone through, and things aren't back to normal. It's a new normal, but evaluating your efforts and your actions is really important, and being very honest about what it is that you're seeing. And of course, as you know, if you've had me train or coach for you, or you've heard me in a speaking engagement, you need to write it down. It's important not to just think about what happened, but actually part of this process to move forward and to really finish out this year strong is to write things down. So evaluate your mindset, how you felt, all the different experiences that you've gone through, your highs and your lows, and write them down and evaluate them. Look at why you felt certain ways. This is why having a coach and a business trainer like me would be so important, because for so many of my clients, I'm giving them, not only am I acting as a thinking partner and a strategic partner, but I'm a sounding board. I'm asking them questions that they're not asking of themselves, for their life, for their business, their relationships, how they're handling their clients right now since so much has changed, how they're handling this whole remote situation where so many businesses right now don't know are we going back full time? Are we allowing the remote, people to work remotely? Are we a hybrid and a combination? Let me read this question. People are very negative and sensitive right now. How do you not let that change your positive approach? Thank you so much for that. So that's challenging, of course, because we really can't control how other people are feeling, right? And that's hard because we would like to, but we can't. And the truth of the matter is, we can only control our feelings, how we're feeling. And we're not always going to feel 100%, are we? But we need to protect our thoughts and our feelings and our actions, because how we feel, we know affects what we do. Our thoughts affect our feelings affect our actions. So if we're so concerned about what other people are feeling, it's going to affect, obviously, what we're doing. Now, that doesn't mean that we shouldn't be empathetic, because that's a very important. I just did a whole training on that for a business. Empathy is a very important component, but we need to protect our energy as much as possible. We need to really surround ourselves as much as possible with people who are thinking more optimistically, not to not recognize that things aren't ideal, because things are still challenging, but to look at things in a more positive light, okay? To bring another perspective, to say, I know this isn't going well, what can we do differently? And so when we can really surround ourselves and equip ourselves with tools, like I do with a lot of my trainings, to equip teams and business professionals and business owners with the tools to be able to get through challenging situations and trying times. And also, how do you deal with people who are not as optimistic as you? They're not as positive as you. Not everybody is going to, be like me, and that's okay. That's where I come in. But we really need, it's a skill set, is the best way that I can describe it. It's learning how to make those adjustments and really to pivot and to understand why someone might be feeling the way that they're feeling. And then how to have those conversations and not to let it affect you, but maybe how you can help that other person, if that's at all possible, to have them look at something in a different way. That was a great question. Thank you so much for bringing that up. So it's really important, back to evaluating our goals, our actions, okay? Evaluating our mindset and really looking at ourselves, not just where we want to go, but where we started this year. It's really important. And challenging ourselves to be better, okay? Not to be so hard on ourselves, but don't be so gentle either. There's really a fine line. I want you to be gentle when it comes to not getting so disappointed in yourself, because then you're not going to do anything. And feelings, as you know, are everything. But when you look at what you can do, don't be so easy on yourself for the excuses. Because I don't have patience for excuses, and neither should you. Those are the reasons why you should be doing it. But if you had a bad day or something came up, just know that tomorrow is another day to get it right. So that's the way to look at it, not to be so hard on yourself, because when you are and when you do, it sets you back. It keeps you stuck. And then that's contagious for your team, for your family, for your clients. It's just that energy, right? Energy's contagious, good and bad. So, really look at where you are with your career and write it down right now, today. Because when you identify that and you've evaluated where you were from the beginning of the year with your goals, and sometimes we need to reevaluate the goals. We really need to reassess and, make some changes because things have changed. But that might mean that you just have to kick things into a higher gear. Okay? Don't be so easy on yourself. Know that I want you to get excited. This is how I want you to shift this. I want you to get excited for what's left of the 6 months in this year, rather than feeling disappointed and feeling down that you didn't hit where you wanted to be at this point. I want you to look at it and say, okay, now that I have 6 months left, what can I get done now? How can I feel within these next 6 months? Who can I talk to? How can I learn? How can I grow? Who can I impact? What can I change in my business, my career? Do you see the energy that you can have with that, rather than, I only have 6 months left. How can I get this done? Now, you have a choice. You have a choice on where of the sides do you want to be on. That's up to you. Now, as a coach and a trainer, that's where I come in as an accountability partner, as a, listening partner and a soundboard and all of those things, as a thinking partner to help you get that out of your way. But it is up to you to choose where you want to be. And I hope that you decide to get excited about what's possible in the next 6 months rather than feeling that you don't have enough time. Because I assure you, there's plenty of time. It's just how do you manage that time, okay? And how are you managing your thoughts? And that's a whole nother conversation, but another training, and hopefully we'll touch upon that. But I want you to think about who you're meeting, and I want you to think about what you're doing and what your schedule looks like. And I want you to look at, this is an exercise I do with a lot of my clients. I do this with myself as well. Look at your schedule over the past 6 months. Are you proud of the time that you've put in? Or can you see that there's a lot of white space that needs to be filled? And when you look at that, see where you're going to fill that. Don't just fill it with busy, fill it with productive. There's a difference, okay? And that's something that I can help with for you and your team. So I want you to think about really, making some necessary adjustments to where you see this evaluation. Like I said, I think it is so interesting that so many businesses have these evaluations. And if you're a business owner, I know that you can relate to this. You have these evaluations for your employees. But how often are you doing an evaluation for yourself and your business? We're going so fast. We're trying to keep things up and going and moving in the right direction that so many business people that I'm talking to, business owners, they're not taking that time. And if you're not going to evaluate where you were and where you are now, how are you going to get where you need to be? So that evaluation is so important for business owners to think about the engagement that they have with their team, with their clients, the motivation. How are things working? Things that you were doing last year, a year and a half ago, aren't going to work anymore. So you need to be flexible and adjustable and be able to evaluate what you've done and what needs to change in order to get to the goals, to reach and exceed them. I don't want you to just reach them. I would love for you to exceed them. Thank you so much for watching. Love having you here. It's so important for you to do that. So I know we're going to cut to a quick commercial break with my amazing sponsors, but I want you to think while you're watching these commercials, I hope you get a piece of paper down. I hope you get your journal or your schedule down. And I really want you to start evaluating these past 6 months. And then we're going to talk when we come back about what you can do and how you can really look at evaluating and really planning and preparing to make the next 6 months the best 6 months. I'm Jordana Foster with the Go Beyond Show. I will see you back here in just 1 minute. Enjoy this commercial break with my amazing sponsors. Thank you so much.
Does your pool have a leak? Pool leaks can be extremely costly, mostly because many homeowners don't realize the difference between normal evaporation and a leak. With over 20 years of expertise, LeakWorks provides premier leak detection, repair and pool equipment for pools, spas, and fountains. We've performed thousands of leak detections and repairs for both residential and commercial swimming pools throughout South Florida. We provide comprehensive leak detection using the latest state-of-the-art ultrasonic equipment to dive pools. We specialize in leak detection and repairs, skimmers, pumps, filters, main drains, heaters, lights, saltwater systems, and so many more. Call us at 954-629-3654 or email us at leakworksflorida@gmail.com to set up an appointment. Honest, reliable, dependable, licensed, and insured. LeakWorks. When it comes to pools, we have the tools and expertise to get the job done right.
Conseat Software creates technology to help small and medium-sized businesses save time and money. Conseat Software sets up the IT infrastructure, which includes your computer, telephone, cloud system, network, email, and security. Conseat Software can help you with business automation by developing software, providing accounting software with Sage Intacct, setting up online sales and e-commerce, and customizing apps. Call Conseat Software at 954-874-9093 or Conseat.com. Conseat Software, IT to help you work smarter.
At Building Financial Solutions, we understand that finances, inheritances, and retirement can be stressful, overwhelming, and complicated, and we simplify it together. We guide you through the process of preparing for today and tomorrow. We specialize in investments, inheritances, rollovers, annuities, estate planning, and insurance. Contact us for a complimentary consultation at 954-771-0100 or at our website, www.buildingfinancialsolutions.com. Building Financial Solutions, simplifying finance. Securities offered through Avantex Advisory Services, member FINRA and SIPC. Insurance services offered through Avantex Advisory Services. Insurance services offered through an Avantex affiliated agency.
Has changed. Have you changed? Leadership and success require so much more than they did before. Investing in your own personal development as well as the development of your team is an absolute necessity in this new, ever-changing digital business landscape. Mastering mindset and effective communication skills are critical pieces to the success and growth of your business, now more than ever. I'm Jordana Foster, founder of Ready, Set, Go Beyond. As a certified mindset coach, business strategist, communication and leadership trainer, and motivational speaker, I am passionate about helping business professionals, business owners, executive managers, sales teams, and organizations to elevate mindset, enhance communication, and up-level performance. Mindset and communication are the key skills for success, especially now with most of us working remotely and interacting with our clients virtually on a daily basis. Don't just survive, it's time to thrive. Contact me for a complimentary 20-minute discovery session at readysetgobeyond@gmail.com. Like and message me on Facebook at Ready, Set, Go Beyond, or contact me on my website at johnmaxwellgroup.com/Jordana Foster. If you want to grow your business or advance in your career, you need to grow yourself first. Step up, show up, and never give up. It's time to go beyond. You've been listening to Go Beyond. If you want to be part of the show as a guest, highlighting your business, or you would like more information about the content of the show, email me at readysetgobeyond@gmail.com or share your thoughts and call me at 888-565-1470. Welcome back to the Go Beyond Show. I'm your host, Jordana Foster. I would like to thank my amazing sponsors. First, LeakWorks, your expert in pool leak detection and pool repairs. For all of your pool needs, licensed and insured, contact leakworks.com. They'll take good care of you. Also, Conseat Software, IT services, software development, and business automation. IT to help you work smarter. And we all need to work smarter, don't we? And also, my newest sponsor, Building Financial Solutions, a private wealth management firm that helps you simplify finance. And we certainly need to simplify finance. So thank you so much to my sponsors. And we're going to continue the conversation about evaluating. And I want to just put this out to you, and I want you to think about, listen to this. I want you to think about how are you going to feel on December 31st, 2021, if you didn't achieve the goals that you have. I want to know how you're going to feel if you didn't put forth the effort, if you didn't really get serious about your goals and what you wanted to accomplish. How is that going to make you feel? Probably not so good, right? So I want you to kick things into high gear. I want you to make yourself a priority. I want you to really invest in having coaching and training for you and your business. I want you to really get serious if your goals matter to you. What are you going to do about it? Are you just going to talk about it? Are you going to do something about it? So I hope this makes you really think about how you're going to feel, because how you feel about your goals, how you feel about achieving them, I want you to think about, I just told you how are you going to think about how is it going to feel if you don't achieve them. So now, because I'm all about, helping you feel better, I want you to think about what it's going to feel like when you do achieve those goals on December 31st. Hopefully you have it written down. Hopefully you have a game plan, an action plan. And if you don't, contact me and I will help you to be more strategic and manage your time and really find and carve out what it is that you need to be doing based on the goals that you have for yourself. But write it down and think about how great that's going to feel. What is that going to do to your self-esteem and confidence? How's that going to impact the clients that you're not even serving yet, or the team that you're building right now, or your family that you're also trying to inspire? This covers all of your relationships, everybody that's around you. So think about how you want to feel and how you want them to feel. So, it's interesting if you watched a football game, right, which I think many of you do, we're in halftime. You know how in a football game, halftime, what happens at halftime? Well, they go into the locker room and they evaluate things. They look at the game. They look at what plays have been made. They look at the other team and what they're doing right, where their strengths are. They look at their team and they make adjustments because there's still half the game left. So that's how I really want you to think about your remaining 6 months in this year. I want you to be very strategic about the perspective that you're taking, okay? And I'm think of me as that coach to really help guide you along. This is a glimpse of how I do that huddle with my clients to gain the much needed clarity, okay? To really re-engage your team, to motivate. A lot of people, we're in the summer, a lot of people are not feeling very motivated right now. Business, we're spending, I think it's wonderful. We're spending more time with our family and hopefully we're able to, you're able to enjoy some time off, but also don't forget about your goals. Okay. It's really important that you do that. So I want you to think about the goals that you set for yourself. And if you need to readjust them, I want you to write them down. And I want you to get really clear on that, okay? I want you to realize that this is the halfway mark. And I really want you to be intentional about the efforts that you're making, okay? Now is the time to take stock and inventory of what you have accomplished up to this point, not what you haven't. I really want you to write down what you have done, what you feel good about. It doesn't have to be the big wins. All of them count. Write them down, look at them, have them make you feel good. Because what you've been able to accomplish, there's more of that in the tank. But you need to be strategic and intentional about your efforts and your actions and who you're around and who you're learning from. How much are you growing? How are you growing? It is so important for you to make those necessary steps. And I would love to be able to help you and your team and your business and your organization go beyond. You can contact me for a complimentary discovery session at readysetgobeyond@gmail.com. Like and message me on Facebook at Ready, Set, Go Beyond, or contact me on my website at at johnmaxwellgroup.com/Jordana Foster. It's really important for that 45-minute lunch and learn. So here's the quote of the day. Your current situation is giving you an opportunity to reevaluate what you want. It's time for you to reevaluate what you want, get really clear on your priorities, what you want to achieve, and know that there's still plenty of time, 6 months to get it done. Are you going to do that? Are you going to take the steps necessary to achieve the goals that you have for your life and business? I certainly hope you do. and I would love to help you go beyond. I hope this has lit a fire underneath you. I'm Jordana Foster with the Go Beyond Show. I'm here every Tuesday night, 7:30 p.m., live on Facebook at Ready, Set, Go Beyond, and also on WWNN. Go out there and make sure that you evaluate where you are and you make the next 6 months the best 6 months. Have a great night. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching Go Beyond. Tune in next week as we continue to explore effective ways to help you go beyond your limiting beliefs to unlock your true potential to thrive personally and professionally. Learn how to take you and your business to the next level. Contact me at readysetgobeyond@gmail.com. Like and share my video, because sharing is caring. Contact me at 305-753-6758 or go to my website at readysetgobeyond.com.